Hello and welcome back. This is going to be day 17. Yes, we are just cruising right along here. We are in week 3, and this is day 3. We're going to look at affiliate marketing and actually a couple of sites that we list in the document that went out with this. If you got your email, or if you look at the some of the links or the posts out on the Developreneur site, we actually mentioned a couple of different potential places to go for affiliate linking. Particularly, we look at LinkShare, Commission Junction, and Flex Offers. In our documentation, we actually walk through doing it through LinkShare. The three sites are very similar, but that's really the example we get is focused on LinkShare in that case. If you want to go that route, you can. We're actually going to today look at doing this through Flex Offers, simply because it makes a little more sense to give you two different options. Now these, depending on which one you use, it will take a little bit of time to be qualified or okay or verified. So I do want to warn you about that up front. Once again, much like we did with Google, this may be one of those situations where you have to go in, do a little bit of work today, and then come back tomorrow or the next day once you actually get confirmed and wrap it up. So we're going to look at Flex Offers. If you go to https www.flexoffers.com, and whether you go to any of them, and if you look at Commission Junction, which is, I believe now it is cj.com. It's also known as Rakuten Affiliates, commissionjunction.com. Or the other one that you may look at is LinkShare. I'm sorry, it's Rakuten, LinkShare. Commission Junction is still Commission Junction. If it's going to give me the link, it's not. So I'm going to have to go here. So it's Rakuten or Rakuten Marketing. And so this is LinkShare, Commission Junction, Flex Offers. All roughly the same. In any case, what you need to do is you're going to come in as a publisher, and again, I think each one of them, it's essentially you've got an advertiser sign up or a publisher sign up. We want to do a publisher sign up. So what we're going to do, and this is from the Flex Offers, they're going to ask you your basic information. You're going to, in each situation, they're going to walk through and they're going to actually ask you some sort of important information about stuff. So if I do, let's see. If I go in and load this stuff up. Oh, so this one already exists. So let me do. Well, let me go ahead and do Hockey Mom. Whoops. And each one of these have got a little bit different in what they use for the password strength. Let's see, did I do that right? There, I did not. So had a typo. Okay. And you're going to have an agreement, which is basically look at these agreements. Definitely read through it the first time, because there are things that will get you yanked as a partner through one of these affiliate sites. You definitely want to make sure that you're following their rules. Stepping back just a second, I'll go ahead and register there. So it's going to send some stuff out there. I'm going to get an email. In each case, you're always going to get this. You're going to get some sort of a verification email that's some way to validate who you are. So pause for a second. Now, what I've done is I've flipped over, and we can see here that I do have, I did get an email. So I'm going to go ahead and verify it. I'm going to confirm. It's going to take a second and go through its confirmation process. While we're waiting for it, the way these affiliate sites work is each one of these has got different companies that partner with it. And they can be For some reason, it's not reloading. Let's try that again. For some of these are very big. They may be like Macy's or Best Buy or CDW or IBM or you name it. I mean, there's Microsoft. There's a whole bunch of Apple. You name them. They're going to have partnerships with some or maybe across them. I don't know that I've ever had a situation where I've seen the same company on two different sites, but I haven't really pushed it either. So I'm not sure how much crossover or not there is. Ideally, what you want to do is go find maybe a couple of companies that would make sense for you as an affiliate that, based on what your content is and who your users are, and go ahead and, find those companies, see where they work, where they live basically. Or the other thing that you can do is, I'm logging in here as we go. The other thing that you can do is join up with one of these and then start, doing some searches and see what's out there to sort of look in your categories. Initially, I probably recommend that actually, as opposed to, I guess if you've got a favorite, then, like you say, oh, I know I want to advertise for this company. Do some Google searches, do some looking around to see where they exist, what group, company site they are affiliated with. And in that situation, then, that's going to help drive you to, particularly Flex Offers or something like that. And that's actually how we found Flex Offers initially, is one of the companies, I think it was Dell, that we wanted to do some deals with them as some package deals we were looking at, and Flex Offers happened to be the company that they were, that the affiliate site they worked with as an affiliate. So we said, okay, well, we'll go ahead and sign up with that. In the past, I've used a couple different ones simply because I was usually doing more content-based sites that were really focused on affiliate marketing. For example, like, shopping sites and stuff like that. We're going to have a lot of different products, a lot of different providers. So I wanted to get as wide a swath of those as possible. And I picked up a couple different sites. Plus, it was just a good excuse for me to learn a little bit more about how these different sites work, what's the same and what's different. Now, what you'll see here is they're going to go through and they're going to ask you information about, let's go. I'm going to do it through this way, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. So you got to give it a company name, or you can do your name if you're a content provider. So what you are going to end up having is some pretty specific company information. You need to provide them specific company information. They are going to use it. They're going to check up on you. They're going to end up asking for a 1099 kind of thing, stuff like that, because ideally you're going to have some people clicking through and you're going to make some money off of this. But and that's the way you want it to work, is that basically you're going to go in, you're going to select some companies, and then usually based on sales that are, that come through your site. So somebody comes to your site, they click, they say, oh, I want to go to, say, Macy's.com. So they click through the link on your site, they go to Macy's, they place an order, you end up getting a percentage of that order. That's how it works. Now, what happens is, like, say in that case, let's say you're doing it through Flex Offers and Macy's is the affiliate. Well, Macy's will see that, hey, it came through Flex Offers. They're going to send a check to Flex Offers. At some point, Flex Offers will send you a check. And they won't send it like every time there's a click. What they do is, just like most of these sites do, is they allow it to roll up. So once you get to some threshold, maybe it's $200, maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100, whatever it is, at that point, then they'll cut you a check and send that along to you. And that's it. That's in a nutshell. That's how the affiliate marketing works. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out and jump to the next screen. You can do the same, and we'll talk to you there in just a minute. Now, on the next page, after you've put your company information you're going to have some traffic sources. And this is basically going to ask you, where are you actually going to be advertising? You're probably not going to be buying ads. You may have a software application, but probably not. This is most likely, like right now, since it's a blog site, this is going to be my website and potentially my email list, if you're going to do some sort of advertising there. So yeah, take a look what you got. This will impact the affiliates that are available to you, those that accept you, and some things like that. So I'm just going to go with that for now. I'm going to do I'm going to go ahead and enter the site. And then it's basically where they're going to give you ask some information. Are you a coupon site? Are you pop-ups? Are you doing comparison shopping? If you don't use any of them, you do none of the above. Do you own? So you can actually add sites later, and flex offers like this. I don't think the way Commission Junction and the way Link Share work is a little different on how they do it. So like I said, it's where each of them is a little bit different. But in this case, you want to go through, you do want to tell them where you're going to place stuff. So this is going to be, let's say article header banners, in content, add links, footer banners. How do you bring organic traffic, search engines, say search engine ads. So we do that, and we're going to continue. At this point, it's going to actually go ring. Yeah, it's going to actually verify a couple of different things in this site. So I'm going to go ahead and get some information sent out here. I'm going to do some verification real quick. You probably will need to do the same. Once you do, we will join back on that side. Now, once you've come back, you've actually been confirmed. You'll be able to come into your site and you'll be able to log into, in this case, Flex Offers, and you'll see something. In this case, they change this up regularly, but you should see something along the lines of, so here's your best deals, which, like I mentioned, Macy's, Saks Fifth Avenues. I mean, these are some big companies that you could have as affiliate that you could, and you can see down here, these are what some of the ads are going to look like. And so what you want to do is you're going to go through, and there's this idea of approved, pending, and declined for advertisers. So what you would do is you would actually select an advertiser. For example, I'm going to go to, let's say I want Macy's. And I'm going to go ahead and apply. Then it's going to tell me, some basics about it. I'm going to go ahead and apply to it. And then they're going to do some sort of a validation. It varies from affiliate to affiliate. Sometimes it's pretty much immediate. Sometimes it takes a little longer. They will get back to you on things. You can go through each of these and find some stuff that makes sense to you. So if I want to search advertisers, let's say, for example, I want to do, here we go. So keywords, I'm going to do like publishers. Let's see. Well, let's do books. That's a nice generic one. So if I go in there and do search, then I'm going to see these guys. And it's stuff like Books A Million, QuickBooks, because it's actually books. There's going to be something like Barnes and Noble. You've got some stuff like that that's out there. So let's say I go ahead and, if I'm going to, so I can go to any one of these and decide, hey, and you'll see they're going to rank them. Basically, you want usually initially somebody that's got like decent ranking, which means they've been around for a while. They have a decent payout. They usually will tell you what's out there. So like here, payout's 4% on sales. Some of these, it varies by product types. Some of them will have certain things that will give you 0 commission, and some will give you a really good one. Some of them will give you a fixed commission. For example, I think Identity Shield or one of those kind of sites, LifeLock, I think was one that give you. It was just like $25. I think Netflix for a while had one. It was whatever it was, $10 for every registration new account that comes off of them. Some things like that. So look around and see what's out there. You can see what some of these are as their typical earnings per click in the last 30 or 90 days. I mean, some of these are 0 because they just obviously there has not been a whole lot of traffic in them. Others are going to be a little bit higher. some of these, you can see some of these featured guys that are going to be the ones that are going to be the biggest and the most active. You can put in as many as you want. It's going to be a little bit complicated maybe to do that. Once you have an advertiser, then you can go through and actually pick a link and add them in. Let's see. So if I go to, let's see if I can go to my advertisers. Not sure where that went. So let's do searched. Let's go approved. I think I've got a couple. Okay, so I'm approved for a couple. So what I could do is I could come in here like HP and I could get a link. And what it's going to show you is a series of advertisements. Now here, these are our text links. Further down, you can find some that are not text links that are, like here's a banner, here's a side banner, here's a 300 by 250. And what you do is you'd come in, you take look at it, do the view link. You can see it here. And what you would want to do is basically just come in, do select HTML. This is going to be for the whole kit and caboodle, basically, and copy that. Now, you may have like specific campaigns in case you want to put some extra tracking information into there. You may want to put some IDs in there. There's some things like that. So you can customize them up, but essentially, here's what it's going to look. Oops, that's the wrong one. Anyways, I don't want to look at that one. I want to look at this one. So the live preview, that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this whole little, I'm going to use the HTML link, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to my site. And since we put in AdRotate, let's go ahead and put it there. So I'm going to come into AdRotate. I'm going to go to an advert, and I'm going to add a new one. I'm going to call this my test ad. I paste that code into it, and let's see, I'm going to enable click and impression tracking, and I am going to, let's see, it's scheduled and ready to go. I don't have any maximum clicks, and I'm set. So I can do a save advert. And now I'm going to see it there. Oh, except for here, see, I had an advert. So now if I change that, I'll see a different one, which I'm assuming that was going to be 3. But what I really want to do now, since I've got a couple, because I've got the Google and then I've got the HP one that I added. Oh, sorry, that's not what I want. So there's my advert. So I'm going to create a group. I'm going to add a new group. It's going to be main ads. And default show ad, one ad at a time. And it's going to be, I don't have to worry about any of those things. So I'm just going to show one ad at a time, save the group. Group ID is 1. So if I go, if I go back to my widgets, appearance, widgets, AdRotate, it's going to be a group now instead of an advert ID. Group ID is going to be 1. And if I save it, what I will now see, is over here in our supporters. Oh, that's what I didn't do, is I did not add advertisements to the group. My mistake. So now if I do that, that should all be good. And if I go here, there you go. There's my ad. So I did copy and paste the wrong one. But there you see now, this is actually that Google one. Remember, I don't have that actually turned on properly. So it's sort of rotating through, and it's going to randomly pick the different ads and display them. Actually, over time, depending on how you've got AdRotate set up, you may actually see those change, even if you're sitting on the same page. Well, that does it for affiliates and getting that stuff together. We will call it a done for today, stick a fork in it. We'll come back tomorrow and continue working on our site and moving forward. And at this point, starting to get some potential for some monetization going. So keep that content going, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.